Our next group is working to save the iconic Wakatipu region from a very real threat. To tell you about it, here is the Wakatipu Wild and Conifer Control Group representing the Queenstown Lakes District.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to Trustpower for organising and funding this recognition of volunteer groups throughout New Zealand. Truly unique and most appreciated. I'm Lyle Cox, Deputy Mayor of the Queenstown Lakes District, and very proud to be supporting the Wakatipu Wilding Conifer Control Group. As you know, New Zealand is blessed with magnificent natural assets, and many of these, as again I'm sure you're well aware, are in the Queenstown district. Preserving these assets is not only essential for our district, but also for the image and the economy of the whole of New Zealand. I know the huge value this volunteer group contributes to the ongoing well-being of our district, and you have read about it. Now, to further enlighten you of the battle undertaken by the Wakatipu Wilding Conifer Group, it is my honour to introduce the staunch chairman, Peter Wilsman, and the CEO that makes it all happen, the lovely Brianna Pringle. Thank you.
Aotearoa, New Zealand, the land that we love, the area that we are proud of, the Wakatipu Basin, our high country with its tussock, its beach, its alpine lands, our rivers. But they're under threat. They're under threat from something we all love, trees, conifer trees, but out of control trees. Trees that actually are better called in the high country tree weeds. 60,000 conifers have been taken off the face of the Remarkables in the last 5 years. We don't see them because people have been up there cutting, spraying and pulling. The impact is, as our Mayor has said, on the Wakatipu, but our windy environment, our windy climate, will take that same seed further inland and eventually cross the country, and we'll lose a lot of what we love in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Less than 2 years ago, some passionate people got together as volunteers and started the Wakatipu Conifer Control Group. And we're here today just to give you a glimpse of all that's involved.
Okay, we thought most of you may not understand the whole issue, so we thought we might use the audience today to try and explain what's going on in our backcountry. What we're going to do is
get some good after-lunch involvement. Would the guys please stand up?
All the guys, stand up.
Right, that's all the guys. Okay, sit down. Thank you. We'll get you up in a moment.
Okay. The girls all stand up. You're going to be our native species, our beautiful tussock, caprosma and hebes and beech forests. So you can sit down again now. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go through a quick year 1 to 12 and just show what would happen out there if nothing was done. So, year 1, you're both sitting there growing together evenly, moving along. Year 5.
Year 5, if the guys will stand up, please, because you're these pine trees. There they are, and they're beginning to overshadow.
Growing away, you're starting to outshade. Okay, year 12.
Year 12, right, guys, if you hold your hands up, and there's cones growing on the top of your trees, and you're beginning, believe it or not, to spread your seed amongst what's down below.
And now we see there's a bit of a problem going on.
We better do something about this.
We're going to do something about it. Let's go get these volunteers.
Let's get into them.
Come on, Peter. Oh, go, go. Okay, we're not going to cut you down today. We won't cut you down today because we need your vote, but Now, as the pine trees have gone down, the ladies can stand up, and then we hear the birds and other native species coming back in. The lovely ladies growing away.
Aren't they beautiful?
So now we'll go into a bit of a video on our control group, just to explain what's been going on down in the wakatipu.
Wildings is the term given to invasive introduced tree species. If left, these tree weeds completely dominate existing beech forest and tussock land. We lose our native flora and fauna to a dense forest of wilding conifers. Volunteer groups have attacked the wilding problem in the wakatipu for years. Unfortunately, the conifers are rapidly seeding and growing out of control. Without a united effort, the conifers will win. In April 2009, a group of concerned people came together to form the WCG, the Wakatipu Conifer Group. Our goal is to preserve our tussock, beech forest and subalpine areas for the next generation. Our enthusiastic steering committee, which is over 55 members now, has formed work groups to tackle volunteer days, encourage landowner inputs, communicate the challenge to the community, and to encourage groups to adopt an area to control.
One of the thrilling things is to see 40 or 50 of the community coming up here weekend after weekend, different weekends, and seeing the real problem of the encroaching pines that are going to take over our native land. They're passionate about it, and it's good to see the growing number.
And it's very important for our community to be involved, otherwise it's just going to be a total disaster to our landscape.
Community involvement has been strong for years, and that's proven by the growing numbers we have attending all our volunteer days. If you just look around, there's so many different species up here that if the forest grew up around us, they'd shade it out and nothing would grow. Also, there's so many unique insects and birds to this area that would be lost if we didn't do something about the trees.
The WCG organises 2 large community volunteer weekends a year. We've been concentrating on the highly visible Ben Lomond area above Queenstown. Volunteers remove wildings from the edges of beech forest and native subalpine tussock. If left to grow, lake and mountain views will be lost forever. The WCG is promoting the idea of adopt a hectare. Local businesses, families or groups can adopt an area and contribute towards control in that area. The adoption can be with volunteers' own time or with a donation towards control work. We are also working with local schools to set up an education program on wilding control. A local primary school has already taken up the initiative. Small groups of children learn, observe and participate in the challenge. The cost of fighting the battle of the wildings is massive, but we feel our volunteer numbers and commitment show that people care and that we can achieve success with their support. Our motto, "A stitch in time saves 9, we must act now to win the battle."
And so the choice is 100% New Zealand, a clear and wonderful place, or 100% take over by these wilding pines. Thank you.